historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
To throw is Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And now it's second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Todd Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Second down, Rawls. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. From his goal line here, Luck. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, Luck. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Tate's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing again is Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate, and he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. After the run, Luck going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So here we go, first and 10 now. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Watch left. Tight end to left.
Again, it's Rawls. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Third and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Clock on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A shotgun snap for Luck. Space to run past the 20. It's brought in left side by Tate. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Wilson on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So 2nd and 10 here. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On the ground, Rawls. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On 3rd and goal, Procise. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st down, it's Love. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Love. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, Love. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Love. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Golden Tate with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Wilson throwing again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, this is Rawls. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They go again with Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. Caught left side, Garcon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Walls. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Wilson again to Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wilson now looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Luck on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on second down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They give it to Rawls. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go,
Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. They'll hand to Rawls, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for him. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Now Luck. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now it's Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Frank Clark in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Luck now to throw. And he's going to go down again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last throw here for Luck. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.